Hi. Okay, it's nice to have you back. Relationship Candle with Peace Akonde. Um, it's nice to be doing video. But I mean, I've always loved my audio. But this is a new thing. Hopefully, we're gonna love it, and hopefully, God will help us to be consistent with it. How you doing? Um, Today's episode, we'll be talking about. I'll be giving you a gist first hand gist. Don't put that. So just anticipate. I'll give you gist before the end of today's episode. But mainly today we're talking about communication. Alright? But before we get into today's episode, if you have been regular with us in our audio, you know what we always do. But if you're new here, okay, every episode, before we start, we always share testimony. In the sense that we always appreciate God for His goodness, His kindness, His love, and everything that He has been doing for us, both as a family and as an individual. So I just want to thank God for His goodness, His kindness, and His love. God has been faithful, really, really faithful. Well, coming to communication. What's communication? When you hear the word communication, what comes to mind? Like communication. Are you speaking to someone or something? For me, I feel communication is an interaction. You are speaking to someone and the person is speaking back to you. That's what I feel communication is. Now, I feel communication has to be two ways for it to be communication. You speak to the person speaks back to you. That's a full communication. But if one person is just doing the talking, it's still communication because you're trying to pass a message. But then, when it comes to communication in relationship aspect, it has to be both ways. Now, I'll give you an example. We, as believers, if you're Christian, as believers, we know that communication with God is prayer. That's what we define prayer as. Prayer is communication with God, right? Now, if prayer is communication with God, you are speaking to God and He's speaking back to you. That's how communication works, right? So, if that is the case, it means that we have a receiver, so we have a giver and a receiver, and we have a receiver and a giver. It goes both ways. Now, you pray. Most of what we do as believers is that we pray and we don't wait to hear. So what we're doing is we're passing information to God. We're telling Him, God, this is what I want. This is what I want you to do for me. But then we are not waiting to receive the answer from what we have tabled. That's not full communication. So try and change. Now let's come back to relationship. For me, communication is the bedrock of every relationship. Trust me, love is sweet. Some of us might not have it, but love is sweet. Love is beautiful. I think there's a wedding that has been going on for like how many months now? Simi and Dapson. Very wonderful couple. Now, when you see those things, you're like, God, I want to also be in a relationship. I want to have a man that will love me. I want to have a woman that will care for me. I want to have this. I want to have that. But then, you don't know the work they're putting in. Relationship is work. It's work. Some people avoid relationship not because they don't want to be in a relationship, but they avoid relationship because being in a relationship takes a lot. You have to sacrifice. You have to love. Now, communication in relationship. You have to communicate. You definitely have to communicate. I watched a video of I don't know if you know this guy on YouTube. See YouTube on Instagram. He speaks about communication. He uses every of his content at the end. He has something like KBSU. Exactly. Now there was a video he put out the other day that he said when you're dating someone who is a yapper, like the person, if you ask the person how you doing, the person wants to tell you in detail, oh, this is how my day went, oh, this is how this, that. Exactly. That's the person's form of communication. Now, I have a friend that if you ask, or if he asks you, how was your day? He doesn't want you to just give him a vague answer. Oh, my day was fine. He wants you to give him details of your day. That's how he communicates with you. Now, as much as it is important to communicate, you also have to know the right way to communicate. Listen, now there are some people that you cannot shout at. You cannot shout whether you like, shake your body. If you shout, they are out of the window. Out of the window. I had a conversation with friends, I think some years back, and a friend of mine was saying she cannot marry a guy that she'll be telling the guy, this is what you are doing that I don't like, and all the guys will just sit down there and just be looking at her. Yeah. No, why will I be telling you my grievances? And you won't say a word. But then there are people like that. They don't know how to react to people. How do I put this now? They don't know how to react to people. I won't say yappy. They don't know how to react to people expressing their grievances. Now, there are some people that when something happens, it's not at the moment they'll tell you, oh, this is what you did. They'll wait. Let's say probably they wait for like some days or something before they actually let out that, oh, this is what you said that I didn't like, this is what you did that I did not appreciate. It's fine. It's not their fault. That's just how they relate to people. So it is important for you to know how best to communicate with your partner. Is it that your partner loves you expressing yourself? And please, since we are on this topic of communication, I posted a video the other day where I had recorded that last year actually, but I never posted it. So I posted it last week Thursday as Throwback Thursday. Now, there are some people that you know clearly that this particular relationship is not working for you anymore. It is not a do or die affair. Communicate. Tell the person, oh, I'm sorry, I don't understand what's going on. Can we, I can't do this anymore. If you are still very much in love with that person, or probably if you have not fallen out of love for that person, trust me, it can happen. If you have not fallen out of love for that person, then ask if there's something you can do to make things better. Have a conversation with the person. But not that you will now sit down. You're not saying, I'm not sure I want to have to start telling this person, she has eyes, can see now that this thing is not working. Person should understand. That's inhumane of you. Is there any word like inhumane? Say a word. That's not human being. Oh Jesus. No. Scrap that please. Okay, so that is not a very good thing to do. Because tell me why you know within yourself that what you are doing is not right. And then you still go ahead and make the person feel like I'm doing the right. No. And then some of you do this whole thing where you know clearly that what you did is wrong. Then you will still be claiming right. She shall apologize to you. That's by the way. That's by the way. But what I'm saying is, don't make people feel a certain kind of way when it can just be sorted out with conversations, with communication. Communication goes a long way. It's not just about, oh, you're outside, you know you're not coming back tonight, and you tell the person. It's more than that. Communication is not just, okay, I went to see a friend, my phone is off. It's more than that. Or babe, good night, I want to sleep. Babe, I'm tired. No, it's more than that. Communication still boils down to, even when you are not feeling the love any longer, communicate. And you too that they are communicating to, be ready to receive from your partner. No, they will not be talking to you now. You don't love me anymore. You don't do it. It's my life. Oh. Maybe it's me that come to you with a relationship. It's me that agree to have relationship with you. If I wake up tomorrow morning and say I'm not doing it again, that's too harsh. That's too harsh. Okay, if I do decide that I can't go on with this, probably I've seen something, or my spirit is no longer moving in that direction, I should be able to communicate with you. Not that I will now fly and just run off to the next person. And there's one pattern that I've seen so far that I would actually love to address. So there's this thing whereby you're in a relationship with somebody. Probably you've been in a relationship with the person for years, and you sort of don't, you're not feeling the sparks. Let's use it the way everybody uses it. The spark is no longer there. You're talking to the person and it's feeling like they're not saying the right word, the person is not saying the right word. It's just not doing you well. Then someone new comes along. You're still in the relationship. Someone new comes along, and the guy or the lady is giving you everything you want. The spark is there. Everything is there. That's how cheating starts. God. That's how you start cheating. Before you know, your baby will be calling you. But, why is this guy calling me? Why is this guy calling me? Why is this guy calling me? You're waiting for the next person. And then the other guy calls you, or the other lady calls you, and you're like, hi, how you doing? You're so excited. But when you're with your boyfriend or girlfriend, you're like, you just shift one side. Before things get that bad, sometimes you have left it for too long. You're just watching it. Okay, that's nice. It will be fine. This one, that one, this one, that one. But it's something you could have easily sorted out. Let's say probably you'd have had a conversation, or you would have just probably go on dates, or there's something you were doing that you were doing that you have stopped doing, or there's something you're supposed to be doing that you're not doing. And before you know, now you now be cheating on your partner, and then they will not ask, you were no longer there for me. It even happens, I think, to some extent. It might even happen to people in marriages. I don't know, I'm not saying it happen in anybody's marriage. I'm just saying it's possible. Because I mean, if your husband is not giving you attention, probably from the movies that we watch, if your husband is not giving you attention, and then the man comes around and is giving you attention, that's all. Before you know, the person has started, this person is treating me nice, you are not treating me nice. And it's not like that. It's just because there was no conversation, there was no communication. So please, let's take our communication levels very seriously. And this is not just for relationship alone. For those of us that have friends, family members, even colleagues at work, learn to communicate. There are some times that you might be trying to pass a message and the other person is not coding what you're trying to say. Baba, explain it in a way that the person will understand. Although I know that there are some people, even if you understand, even if you explain from that to next stage, you still not understand. But then try your possible best to just explain. There are some how do I put this? There are some conflicts that you can avoid by just communicating the right way. Now, you need someone to pick up after themselves. Tell them. Don't say they crazy. Don't say you put dirty for your no now. But how do you expect me to react to that? Or probably you want to tell me I'm shouting, and then you just turn. Let's say I'm talking to someone and you're seated beside me and my voice is so loud, and you want to tell me to like reduce my voice or something, and then you turn and look at me and like, "Auntie, your voice is too loud." As how? No, as how now? So we should learn to communicate the right way. It's not just enough to communicate, it's learn to communicate the right way. Sometimes I learned this from a friend while in this my line of work as a realtor. She was on the phone the other day and she said something. She said, "Sir, is this a good time to talk? Because the way you are sounding, you don't sound too good." And the person on the other end, possibly because I couldn't hear, said that this is not a good time. And she asked what time is convenient for me to call you back. Learn to read the room. Like, don't walk into a place that you see everybody looking moody and then you are shouting, "Mogo chow now, Mogo." Or you say, "Now the Grace, who drop that water?" Excuse me, excuse sir. Nobody will answer you. Nobody will answer you. Because you've not communicated in the right way. You walk into a room and you see everybody looking good. What the first thing you try to do is ask, "What's wrong? What's going on?" Communication. Or let's say you're in a meeting at the office and you notice that your boss, ever since he entered that meeting, or ever since the meeting started, he has been so serious looking at what, and then you now come. You are now trying to be disorganized or something. But buying things, he collects like that. We should actually learn to be observant. I think that's one of the things I've also learned from my dad time after time. He said, learn to be observant. Learn to know. Sometimes, there are some people that shout at you and stuff. I'm not saying that them shouting is the right thing to do. But then, if you had read their mood or something, I know you're not a mind reader, but if you read the mood or something, you would have avoided quite a lot of things. I'm not saying that's an excuse for them to behave the way they behave too, but it's just for your own peace of mind. I value my peace of mind. If there's anything in this life that I value the most, is my peace of mind. My name, yes, I value it a lot. I told my colleagues at work, I said, I can't be in a place where there's chaos. Once I see that bag going back and forth, carry my bag, my side. Because I just feel there are some certain things, I don't want your energy to affect mine. It's just pure human, whatever. You just decide that this is what you want to do for yourself. That's it. You don't now come and say, he's not, this person's energy is somehow, let me try. It's not bad to try and separate fight though. But coming from somebody with experience, it's God that saved me. The last time I tried to separate fights, I was there shouting at the other person was, so I was standing in the middle, the person was one of the persons were in front, the other person was behind me. The other person was in front of me, one behind me. The one behind me was holding a knife because obviously she was in the kitchen and she was trying to cut something. Now, the way I was standing, this one, the person with the knife, obviously she was cutting something, like I said earlier, she was cutting something. And unknowingly, because she was still cutting what she was cutting, she was holding the knife like this. and I was just in their middle. I was there shouting, calm down, calm down. And she was waving like this, like this, like this. It was after the whole thing ended. I now sat to think about it and I was like, this person was holding knife. Baba, nobody told me. After that day, I said if they are fighting, I do not separate fight. Or if I want to separate the fights, I separate it from a distance. Because I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear what happened to her. Is separate fight me. God forbid. And let me call. Hey, God forbid. So it was from that day I made up my mind. Anywhere there's chaos, I flee. But my life, it doesn't sit well with me. It's good to actually understand yourself, because when you understand yourself, you tend to avoid quite a lot of unnecessary things. I also got to discover that people's energy can actually affect you if you allow it to affect you. Now, two people in an office or probably in a workplace, two people could actually be at each other's truth, and that energy will start rubbing off on everybody because there's already bad vibes in the room. Learn to prioritize your peace. Trust me, to do a lot of good. So please, let's learn to communicate. Communicate with people. It's not hard. Probably it's because it's someone like me that like talking or whatever. But trust me, I talk. This is what I do. But I also speak to clients too. But then it's not every time that it's easy to talk. There are days I just sit and I don't want to say a word. There are days like that. And it's that day now that I decide that I don't want to talk. And so everybody's like, please, what happened? It's not that they're not in the wrong. They just genuinely care because they're already used to a certain perspective of me, the talking part, talking me. Then all of a sudden I'm not talking. Everyone is worried. What's going on? Are you fine? Are you okay? So please, communication is very important. You like someone, communicate. If this one I said you like someone, now communicate. Some of you now might be thinking about it from a wrong way. I'm not saying you should go and confess your feelings, and I'm not saying you should not confess your feelings. But then don't suffer in silence. I sort of lived my life at one point whereby I was very open. I was very open-minded. Like, I'm a lady, but as a guy, if I liked you, I'll tell you. And I'll tell you in the sense that that's because I'm telling you because it's not like I actually want something to do with you. I just like you for you as a person. I'll tell you. There was a day I was leaving the school. I was still in school there, I think 400 or 500 level. Jesus. Sorry. 400 level was my final level, not 500 level. So I was leaving the school and then I came out. By the time I came out, I was speaking with somebody and I was with a friend. What am I even saying? The friend. I was my boyfriend. And I saw this guy. Damn, the guy was fine. Oh, I don't know. Let me not say was. He's fine. And I just looked at him. I was like, damn, this guy is fine. And I had to apologize to my boyfriend because I knew to some extent he felt a certain kind. I don't know. I felt he might be feeling a certain kind of way, and I just had to put it out there because I don't want to ruminate on it. I just want to just see it and forget about it. And that was it. Didn't think about the guy. It was just message. I appreciate people. So that's the thing. Learn to communicate. If someone is doing something wrong to you that you know you don't like, communicate. See, don't go and be keeping malice. If I know some of the stress that we go through in this life, we will not go through it. Just communicate. I told somebody, I said, if everyone learned to say what's on their mind, like you say how you feel, the world will actually be a better place. I mean, you're coming into the government and you know within yourself, you know, but you will not do anything for the citizens. Said them. Mama, don't come and say you will do this, you will not do it. Or you know that you are in a relationship with your friend's friend. Friend's coaching. That doesn't work. You're in a relationship with your best friend's guy or something, secret relationship. Don't now come and be sitting there and now be telling her when she's crying that guy's not picking up or the boy's crying. You're not saying, sorry, it's going to be fine. No. You're just being evil at this point. See, life is very simple. Trust me. A friend of mine was dating this guy one time, and I was asked that day, I think we were outside, I and two other friends were outside with this friend of mine, and someone asked a question, said, who do you see yourself getting married to in this place? That was during my NYS. And the girlfriend was sitting there, she happens to be my friend. I said, and she was sitting there, and all I just said was, well, it was her boyfriend that actually called, because the guy is responsible. He was actually the only person I saw that was literally very responsible there. And I said, him. Now, thank God my friend is actually understanding. Now, communication the right way is very important, because someone else would have seen it as I was interested in her man. So, as much as I'm saying communicate, it's not everything you say. Because there are some things you will say now that will put you in trouble. So let's be very careful, okay, with the things that we say. Because people out there might not take it lightly. They might not take it lightly with you. So just try as much as possible to communicate the best way that you can. Okay? And obviously, by the special grace of God, we'll be fine. Alright? We'll be fine. Excuse me. Now, that was that. So it's actually very important for you to learn how to communicate the right way. As much as I'm saying communicate, also, don't be everything within your belly you talk. Don't say everything that's on your mind. Some certain things, keep it to yourself. It's not everybody that wants to know. Okay? And that's pretty it. Okay? So, in conclusion, all I'm saying is learn how to communicate. If there's a problem, speak up. Even down to your family members, you should know. Tell them, okay, this person is doing this, I don't like it. Your friends, tell them. And communication goes a long way to help each and every one of us. Trust me, if you can just communicate the right way. And let's try and read. Like, read up. So you actually know what's happening around you. And you'll be able to keep some certain conversations. Because imagine now that I'm talking to you, and because you don't have an idea of some certain kind of things, you might take it the wrong way when I'm trying to explain something and you don't get it. Let me explain it well. So let's say, for instance, now we're talking about human hair, and I'm telling you that human hair is this, and the way I'm explaining to you, you might be feeling like, because you don't know it, you might be feeling like I'm insulting you. But no, I'm in my own head and I'm thinking, oh, you already know. So I could be telling you, human hair is so silky, and you know, I'm like, it's not silky, and I'm like, oh, now it's silky. But you don't know, and you're trying to like act like you know. So I think it's like that example doesn't suffice, but if you understand what I'm saying, please, because right now example only come my head. So please, let's learn to communicate. Okay? Let's learn to communicate. Okay? So that will be all for today's episode. I really appreciate each and every one of you who took our time to listen and to watch us because now you're not watching us. And to watch us, I really appreciate it. Thank you all so very, very much. So we started a thing where we advertise what you have, like what you're selling. Today, I haven't received any ads yet, so today we could advertise my own personality. My name is Realtor Peace Akonde. I help people acquire genuine properties in Abuja and also in Lagos. But presently, Abuja, where I be this. So we have property locations. If I say I work property location, we get that. I work with Stallion Cardinal Homes, a very reputable real estate company. Try us today, you will not regret it. I say locations: Idugosa, Kabusa, Sheraton District, Hutu. We have two sides. We have Hutu Proximate and Hutu Meadows. Might have seen my video somewhere. Now, Hutu Meadows. Hutu is actually before Centenary City Airport Road. Okay? And it's a very good location. Trust me, you will love it. Only choice. I love them. Just bring your money. Invest those. And also, we have Uye. So Uye is the land of the rich. Come on. That's where our office is actually. So we have land and we also have advanced carcass. So all this you can call us, just call us and one DM away. 070 890 226 I'm actually Yoruba 661. So 070 890 22661. That's my number. Message me and let's get talking business. And trust me, we have a Ramadan promo currently ongoing. Gives you the option of paying 30% of the initial amount. Is that not wonderful? Where do you have that kind of deal? 30% of the initial amount, and then you spread the rest across 5 months without any extra charge whatsoever. No extra charges. Only work with the money hard. You know you put the money up. This is why it's happening. Where can you see that? Only at Stallion Cardinal Homes. What are you waiting for? Message me now. And let's get talking. So it could be an investment, not for you. Probably you're not the one looking to buy, but also referrals. And trust me, your referral comes with amazing packages. Comes with you. Alright, thank you so much for listening to today's episode. Once again, thank you. Please like, follow, subscribe. Subscribe, please. And follow us on all our social media pages, please. TikTok at RCWPA, Spotify at RCWPA, Spotify for podcasters at RCWPA. You are doing a good job. I love you guys. Like, my followers are increasing. Yes. Thank you. Follow us on all our social media platforms. The Instagram, I'm using my personal page for now, working on something. So you can follow at Realtor Peace Akonde. Yes, Realtor Peace Akonde. That'll be all for today. I miss you guys so much. Back to cool. Thank you so much for listening.